The Citizens First is deeply concerned and disappointed by the conduct of President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND government regarding Bill number 7 and the deliberate abuse of the constitutional reform process. It is now clear that the deception that ushered Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND into office continues to haunt our nation. Zambians were promised lower meal prices, cheaper fuel, and a frugal government using smaller vehicles. What we see instead are rising costs of living, perpetual excuses, and governance built on optics without substance. Today, the same government has taken its deceit to an outrageous level by attempting to meddle with the Constitutional Court's clear and final pronouncement on Bill number 7. Why is the Attorney General returning to a matter that the court conclusively settled? What justification exists to resurrect a bill the court put to rest? Zambians must not be fooled. The greatest danger we face is not only broken promises, it is a systematic betrayal of our Constitution by those entrusted to defend it. The Constitutional Court ruled. The matter was settled in black and white. Yet, instead of respecting the judgment and undertaking a proper people-driven process, government is attempting to drag the nation backwards by forcing the same rejected bill back to Parliament. That is not reform. It is contempt for the rule of law. To make matters worse, public resources were spent on a technical committee whose work has now been discarded. Citizens were not consulted on its terms of reference, yet it executed its mandate on behalf of the nation. Shockingly, government has taken the original Bill number 7 to Parliament without incorporating any recommendations from the committee it appointed itself. This is a reckless and careless waste of scarce resources at a time when hospitals are struggling with drug shortages and farmers have not been paid for maize supplied to the Food Reserve Agency. Against this backdrop, government chose to squander public money on a process whose outcomes it never intended to honor. The nation deserves transparency. How much did the technical committee process cost? Which budget line funded it? Who will take responsibility for this waste? We could excuse Mr. Hichilema's legislative ignorance. He has never saved a day in Parliament, but the arrogance at play is dangerous. Even some of his own advisors concede that his my way or hit the highway and smartest man in the room style will cost the country. We join the Law Association of Zambia, LAS, in insisting that government fully complies with the Constitutional Court's ruling. We further urge members of Parliament to reject attempts to legitimize Bill number 7 in its current form. Posterity will judge harshly those who betray the will of the people. Zambia deserves honesty. Zambians deserve a leadership anchored on the Constitution, not a leadership determined to bend it. Mr. Hichilema, there is a limit to deceiving people. Harry Kalaba, President, Citizens First.